here we go. Let us not forget what we call a nasty gap open down list price line. Remember, its great earnings, $9.92. You got Google. Once again, ISRG, it's called liquidation. We've looked at things that go on the other side of this are called bear funds. Oh yes, we did a special Thanksgiving special bear fund trade management pre-market. All of it is. However, remember that there are these stocks that are gapping down really big here in the Nasdaq gap open down list. Look at that ratio, 1.00 all the way up. That's that super gap down that you MMGs have been part of for a very, very long time. And you have. There is some of the retails that we talked about that were overbought. Just remember, the Supercommittee could not do what it could do so far. That looks like a failure. That is causing the gap down. Spain is in play, as you know from last week. Liquidation, collateral liquidation against assets such as equity portfolios and things like that are happening, and firms going out of business. There's a whole laundry list of corrupt things that have happened within Wall Street. That's the world you live in. So basically, there's going to be some damn good buys in here. That bull. And not only that, the gap open up list is this pharmaceutical company that's being bought out, VRUS, by Gilead Sciences. Your bear is gapping up, but you only have a few stocks that are gapping up. GEDU is 5.18 ratio. So that means that there's some news behind some of these gaps. Okay? And whatnot. Not very good for the bull. For the bear, though, well, we've been talking about it, and we had that great run in the S&P 500. Another thing that I would like to tell people is that the pre-market futures were down extreme amounts earlier on. They were down 170 or so in the Dow. And the things, financial related names are showing weakness. Jefferies, JEF, IBN as the symbols. UBS, Bank of America, minus 3.1%. Citigroup, Morgan Stanley down. JP Morgan down 2%. In the mining stocks, you got Rio, BHP, that SLB is down 3.2%. GOLD minus 3.1%, and the GLD minus 1%. Okay? And what I'm also hearing is the support levels will have to hold, because when you gap below 1200 on the S&P, what is going to happen thereafter? And basically what we want to do is we want to take a look at the daily S&P. See that 1200 neckline that I have right here, MMT? This is going to be that neckline that you were trained about within that October low, and the same rule will apply, that their volatility is going to increase. The thing about it is how the stop market orders on that opening bell. It's pre-market. It's 6:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Spain is in the news, right along with that last week problem with Italy, and not to mention Greece. But the markets had held up fairly decent during that time frame. Yes, it was volatile from the reversal high. Yes, you broke these support levels. You came down. 1215 was the critical level on the S&P, and now we're going to see where on the opening bell where that selling would break this trend line right here on the S&P. And we'll be featuring our platform in the morning on the opening bell, because Once you sell down, what would happen is eventually you're going to hit a daily bottom. Is the bull going to remain on the sideline and not chase performance? We're in a holiday weekend, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Pre-market, 6:12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11/21/2011, and it's live. This is a live market. And so we don't rehearse and do all of that crap. MMTs, if we break that 1200 neckline right here, we're going to be watching that, the key level. The key level of where this last sell-off was, here, where the last sell-off was right here, when we made that bottom, when we went long, all right, that was our target. That's the top. So here's the thing, is we're on that side of it here. Another thing is, if I come off the very same point, I broke this one right here, and now you can see here that we are breaking this point. So basically you can see where all the breaks are in the S&P right here, and where we'll be featuring it in the MMT platform, in our platform. And the daily moving averages are important, okay? And I'm just kind of featuring the S&P in there, and I'm also going to kind of feature the Dow in pre-market, where it closed on Friday. Here it is. The Dow is going to have to find support in its key daily simple moving averages for the bull, that is. You're going to have to hold that this line is a 100-day, 50-day moving average. On the Dow, that's 11,523. 100-day moving average, it's going to come, we're going to see if it sells through it. That's this one here. All right? And it sells through it. Pre-market update. Pre-market update, holiday weekend, holiday trade management, low volume market environment, a lot of bulls still on the sideline. Does that Dow break below that? Once you gap down below that 40-day moving average, this one is, where does the electronic stock market exchange model take place? And what is that? Well, that is where stock market orders get sold out of the market, and that supports a short sell, and that's the side of the tape that prints when there is that environment, when we're in that environment. When you break below these key moving averages here, you would be looking for red selling daily bars that start like this, and this is a reference bar. One like this, another one like this, and you're going to close below it. But on the first pass of the Dow, either you sell through, or they'll try to regain and try to hold support levels above. All right, on the Nasdaq comp, index, you can see right here that it broke this major key level. You can also see down here that's going to be a major support level, and this is where a short-term base started at around that 2460 area, and we went straight up to that top. Remember, it's here, it's live, and it's now, and we have the lower high bounce off this major daily support level to that last reversal high, that now we're going to see exactly where this gap down left elbow side takes us here on the Nasdaq composite. And basically the Nasdaq 100 will run the same. There's that daily move already. Here's the area of the October 4th bull rally. This is the areas that are at stake in here, as you can see, and you can clearly see that you're in a downtrend over here, and it's how it's going to act at these key support levels that we hit, and where that left elbow gap down is. This is a major one. You can also see here in that chart here, I'll clear the trend lines for you, but the thing about it is, when you take a look at this Nasdaq comp, just let me show you something that you need to know, and I'll just give you a brief snapshot. This breakout level from the low of the rally was a key factor. That's going to be your ultimate support level there. You're going to gap below that support level where that rally broke to the high reversal of the broader move. That's this one here, and that's this one here. And that this high was lower confirmed with that gap down with a topping pattern of that 4-day, and bam, here we are. That's what the year end 2011, today's date is 11/21/2011. That's what your upside looked like from your original October low rallies. And they're at extreme jeopardy. And once again, there are various bear ETFs and things that you can take advantage of. And they're all in here that are actually related to the Nasdaq comp daily chart. Once again, I'm going to conclude the pre-market. We'll be looking at where the high beta internet stocks hit their bottoms, and we will also take a look at, does that buyer really step in and want to own these names? It will be clear. So any markdown to support level with a reversal, we'll be watching to see how that bull works. Gilead is down because I bought that company. Pre-market update on Nasdaq comp. Pre-market trade management, left elbow, mark down the futures market. Pre-market futures every morning. Pre-market futures have been open now for 1 hour and 19 minutes. We are 11 minutes approaching the Thanksgiving week trading between the public buyer and seller and where money needs to be print. Bear, bull, and austerity around the world, and austerity within the United States structured failure so far. Supercommittee is in play in pre-market futures on 11/21/2011.